Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Justin, the Bitcoin Vegan. So let's get right to it. First things first, man. I want to say RIP to our man, young Dolph. Dolph passed away last week, and it was a very, very sad situation. RIP young Dolph, man. Hope everything turns out as positive as it can for that man's family. So, what have we got here? So over the weekend, we've seen some price action dip. Bitcoin, as of today, is around $57,000. I know a lot of people wanted Bitcoin to touch the moon. I know it went to $69,000. And as you know, if you've been here a while, this is a great time to buy. Of course, buy the dip, BTFD, buy the fucking dip, and take advantage of it as you can. If you're a noob here and this is shaking you up, I'm telling you right now, just go right there and buy some more. Here's another great clip. If you buy at the top, you only buy at the top once before it goes down. So just buy it on the way down, assess where you are, and see if this is where you want to keep going. If you have any more questions, I definitely have a link below for my $1 Black Friday deal Bitcoin Mastermind. So it can definitely help you get your mind together with what goes on in the Bitcoin space, because you're going to need some help. Number 2, things that are taking place right now, Bitcoin City. Bitcoin City, the president of El Salvador plans to build the world's first Bitcoin city, funded initially by Bitcoin-backed bonds. On Saturday, President Bukele, doubled down on his bet to harness the cryptocurrency to fuel investment in a Central American country. Let's see. He goes on to say, invest here, make all the money you want, Bukele said. This is a fully ecological city that works and is energized by a volcano. This is very bullish in my idea. Now, some of the people in El Salvador aren't really happy about it. Polls show something opposite. People said they're skeptical. Although Bukele is a popular president, opinion polls show Salvadorians are skeptical about his love of Bitcoin, and it's a bumpy introduction has fueled protests against the government, liking his plan to cities founded by Alexander the Great. Bukele said Bitcoin City would be a circular with an airport, residential, commercial areas, and features a central plaza designed to look like a Bitcoin symbol from the air. So it sounds like this man is very open to changing the complexion of his country, which is very forward thinking. And I want to say this, a lot of times people, they say, oh, well, El Salvadorians, they don't really like what's going on. They have all this chatter. They don't want this. They feel like they're being forced. They were forced to have the US dollar. This is the first time in my lifetime where I've seen any government actually do something with the interests of their people involved. And when you have innovation coming along, just look at what takes place with Bitcoin. Even in America, people are upset. They don't want it, this, that, and the third. Everyone's going to have something to say. However, as a government, it shows that you have your country's best interests at heart by putting them into a money that works as a sound money. No country in the world has operated off a non-manipulated sound money before, and we're going to actually see how this works out in real time. So personally, Bitcoin City to me is a win. It is a great win. And I'm really open to see what comes out of this. They're the only country that is taking this step, and especially with the backing of the bonds. One more thing, he said, Bukele estimated the public infrastructure will cost around 300,000 Bitcoins. So I don't know if they're going to need 300,000 Bitcoins moving forward. He might need 300,000 Bitcoins as of today, but I don't know if he's going to need that much moving forward. So as far as this weekend was kind of rainy in Miami. We got there and Miami had already had a little bit of flood going on from where I saw from some people on Twitter, some sources on Twitter. But when we got there, it was still cool. It was a rainy Miami day. We got to hang out with the guys at the lab, with my friend Jorge, like I was telling you about. I know Zay had a event at the SLS that I missed because I overslept. And then we got to party with the guys from Black Wealth Renaissance. If you don't know who Black Wealth Renaissance is, they're one of the biggest. They won Podcast of the Year. They're a top 100 Apple Business podcast. You can follow them on YouTube. You can follow them on Twitter. You can follow them on Instagram. Me and Zay have both been on their show. And it was good just to hang out with those guys. Really good to meet people who are making moves in this space. But they're all about They're all about building wealth within the black community. So, which is very good and telling that there are some good things going on in the future. Some more things that's taking place. This just in from the national interest. It says FBI warns that criminals are targeting Bitcoin ATMs amid the surge in. Oh wow! According to Coin ATM Radar, there are more than 27,000 machines in operation. Most are located in convenience stores and operating in private companies. There were just over 4,200 Bitcoin ATMs last January. As more of these ATMs continue to roll out, law enforcement officials have warned that the public should brace for even more criminals taking advantage of the machines. The FBI has seen an increase in scammers directing victims to use physical ATMs and digital QR codes to complete payment transactions. It goes on to say, criminal actors in various fraudulent schemes maliciously leverage cryptocurrency ATMs and QR codes to receive payments from victims. Such schemes include online impersonation schemes. Scammer falsely identifies as a familiar entity such as the government, law enforcement, a legal office, or a utility company. Romance scams. Scammer establishes an online relationship with a victim by creating a false sense of intimacy and dependency. And lottery scams. Scammer falsely convinces a victim that they have won an award and consequently demands the victim to pay lottery fees, the statement said. So it looks like there are definitely more scams out there. And like I always say in my rooms, especially my masterminds, you have to be on top of these scams. Scams are something that you can always expect to happen. I'm going to read the rest of this real quick. Law enforcement officials recently told CNBC that the ATMs are being used for a wide range of criminal activity, including those by drug traffickers and money launderers. However, tracking and eventually arresting these criminals has been proven difficult. Cryptocurrency's decentralized nature creates challenges that makes it difficult to recover, the FBI said. Once a victim pays a payment, the recipient instantly owns the cryptocurrency and often immediately transfer the funds into an overseas account. This differs from traditional bank transfer or wires, where a payment transaction can remain pending for 1 to 2 days before settlement. It can also make law enforcement's recovery of the funds difficult and can leave many victims with a financial loss. So I don't know what's taking on in the space right now as far as these Bitcoin ATM scams, but if you have anyone in your mailbox, anyone in your DMs want to do a romance scam, trying to get to know you to get Bitcoin, saying that you want some lottery that you need to pay in Bitcoin, also are posing as law enforcement or a utility company, a legal office, none of these people will really hit you in your DMs on social media. They won't hit you up on social media. So if you get an email from these people, you need to be really searching for the legitimacy in this email to make sure this is a government email. 9 times out of 10, I don't really think the lottery is going to be contacting you for money you lost. Money you won. And I will definitely put where you can find this link in below. But what I always like to tell people when it comes to these cryptocurrency and these Bitcoin scams especially, Bitcoin is designed to put you in a position where you have power and control over your money. If at any given time you are giving out your Bitcoin in a situation that doesn't align with that power and control that you're supposed to have, you're probably getting scammed. So that is a big thing, big thing to look out for. And for the rest of the week, I'm going to keep coming on dropping gems. Tonight we have From Bars to Bitcoin. That link will be in the description box below. So check that out. If you can, hop on. Follow me on all my social medias, Twitter, Bitcoin_vegan, Instagram, Bitcoin Vegan Justin, Clubhouse, Justin Redrick, and LinkedIn, Justin Redrick as well. All those will be in the show notes below. So you can definitely check those out. And hop on again later on through the week when we drop some more gems. With that being said, hope y'all have a great day. Peace.